magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Coley.
Hey, Energy Party people. It's that time again. Monday at 11 Pacific. You know, the time when everyone is available to watch this live. Just kidding. JK, LOL. Yeah, so welcome, whether you're watching live or more than likely in the future. I'm really pleased that you're here. Yeah. So I'm just smudging the space real quick, getting ready for some magic, and we'll catch up with Koop and play some theme songs, you know. And that's right, you get to hear about what's going on in my life. So, okay, let's see. Ooh, Shannon is first. Shannon says, "Hey, hi everybody. Hi Shannon. I'm just gonna say this right now because it's on my mind, although it was on my list right before starting my show. I just put on the TV. I just found something fun to watch as I was getting ready, and I decided to watch a show called, or I guess maybe it's a series called Octopus. It's on Prime, and as a result of that, and who knew Tracy Morgan is like a sea life expert? Anyway, I barely just started it, but I realized, oh, I want to manifest a situation where let's just make it a really fun one. And I'm invited to speak somewhere tropical for maybe a conference or something or a group. And as a result, we are near the water, and I get to meet and connect with an octopus. Yeah, I said it. So I'm putting it out there for that possibility. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, and I also made the decision, which I kind of made a long time ago, like, I won't eat octopus again. I mean, I've tried it on a few occasions, and it was pretty good in Hawaii. Um, but they're intelligent. And the reason I stopped eating red meat in the sixth grade, so a gazillion years ago, is because it was because of the intel, or my, at least my perceived intelligence level of those animals. So, and you might say, yeah, sheep are stupid. Well, gross. They taste awful. Anyway, so that wasn't a hard one. But, and cows, I don't know. Um, Definitely wouldn't eat a monkey. Yeah, but I'm okay with fish. But octopuses, they're like octopi. They're in a class of their own. So that's right. If you ever invite me over to dinner, please don't be offended or upset when I get a little irritated with you for serving my good friend, the intelligent octopus. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about this now. But you made me think of it, Shannon, because you live in a place that probably has some. Anyway, Shannon says, I believe everything is intelligent and sentient, including plants. Call me crazy. Oh, I do too, but at least at this moment, we have to eat something. So, um, yeah. Okay. So Shannon, let's get back to the important things here, and let's play your theme song. So as soon as I can find it, here we go.
Shannon, Shannon, Shannon is here. Hey, Dr. Shannon.
Hey. Okay. And yeah, so I'm super intrigued by this octopus documentary. Um, yeah, so check it out on Prime if you like. And let's see, the lovely and talented Yvonne is here. Hey, Yvonne. So well, speaking of awesome animals, I'm learning about donkeys from Yvonne and how loving they are and intelligent. Like, they sound like they're very emotionally intelligent. Is that correct? Anyway, so let's get to your theme song. Do, 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 do. Still going.
Yvonne is in the house. Check her out.
Check her out. Okay. Excuse me. Pardon me one moment. I wasn't going to mention it, but here I am mentioning it. Um, yeah. I think of Magic Mondays as kind of being my thing where I can just do whatever. Um, and I know I could do that with my upcoming once a month radio thing. Yeah, where she has a lot of subscribers that she's cultivated since 97. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of thinking of that and to have a little bit more of a structure. And what I'm considering um, is doing or offering like a segment where, just putting it out there for anybody listening live or wants to send me a message and I decide to work on it. But I thought it'd be fun to do like a phone in thing so I could be my own form of Fraser Crane. And I would imagine that Nicole Whitney, whose platform this is, she would be my Roz. Anyway, but I thought it would be fun. Like, yeah, just putting it out there. For example, like, is there something that you just cannot figure out? That could be a physical thing. It could be that noise in the closet, which I just worked on one of those, and the noise finally stopped because it was somebody trying to get their attention. But anyway, yeah, I just thought that would be fun to just do like little quickies. Not that they're necessarily going to be quickies, but whatever. Just maybe like one call a month. I'll talk about other stuff, and I think I need to have a sponsor too, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about any of it, except I'm slightly nervous, but mostly just if I was told, oh my gosh, I have to do this right now, I forgot. Okay. Like this. So anyway, yeah, so I am all over the place, but well, you know how it goes. So, yeah, and I was hanging out with Erica the other day. Yeah, I got to hang out with Erica of, art. Yeah, okay. Uh, and that was just a whole story in itself. And man, she is, as I told her, she is a great hang. Like, yeah, I became a zombie a little while after she left because just spending time with anybody can be, no matter how amazing they are, especially if they're that amazing. Whoo, we exchanged a lot of energy. A lot of things happened, and we almost in our I don't know, Erica, how long we hung out, even though Erica's not watching yet. But it was like, say, like noon until 7, so that's a solid time of hanging. And during that time, we connected on that we both love Sex and the City so much, and we decided to each watch one of our favorite episodes. And we started with mine, and in that half-hour episode, we still didn't get through it in those 7 hours. So you can imagine how much starting and stopping of that episode there was. Okay, I'm, as I mentioned, all over the place. So, and Yvonne says, yes, they are very emotional, on par with humans. Yeah, donkeys. Like, oh, Yvonne, like we need to talk soon. Well, as if this is all we would talk about, but I would love to talk more about your donkey stuff. Okay. So, and Shannon says, are the Haitians still eating the cats and dogs? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Were they eating cats and dogs, or was that the rumor? Or is it like when I was a kid in the 70s, and there were a bunch of, what was it, Vietnamese refugees? And like people, like, oh, watch your dogs. Because these barbarians are going to come, and so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. And Yvonne's laughing, so Yvonne gets it. Okay, and being femmed at first. A lot if time hanging, I feel you. Well, okay, well, welcome. So, yeah, so thanks for being here. So what else do I want to say? I'm all over the place. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. So the thing that I wasn't going to mention, but I am, is something I've seen like reels of like qigong moves and different monk type looking people doing these arm swinging exercises. And I saw one once, and it had a bunch of different variations of kind of vigorous arm swinging. And the idea was you do it for 10 minutes. And so months later, I'm like, maybe I'll try that. So I started yesterday. That's a long 10 minutes. That's even maybe like we used to say back in the day in the gym, like Stairmaster minutes. Like, woo! But yeah, I'm sticking with it. And as I've mentioned many times, that I'm not proud of it, but I'm really great at some things, but I am way too content too much of the time to be sitting on my ass and thinking or doing energy work or just watching TV, etc. Um, Pondering, a lot of pondering, uh, and talking. Oh, don't forget all the talking out loud to the universe. Um, yeah, and so I started yesterday while watching another thing I wrote down. There's a documentary about Paul Rubens, or I think it's Pee Wee as himself, um, and it was made shortly before he died, and it was fascinating. I mean, if you liked Pee Wee back in the day, like Pee Wee's Playhouse, I guess was more college, but then yeah, and Pee Wee's Big Adventure, I could still enjoy watching that and quote it all over the place. Yeah, I am bragging. Anyway, what a fascinating documentary, and I didn't expect it to be so heartbreaking. Anyway, so back to my arm swinging. I know you are on the edge of your seat. How did it go for me? Well, we all know it took it felt like it took forever, but at least I'm finding this is my plan. I have a plan to do this every day for at least a week. I'm going to give it a try. And so yesterday I watched that documentary, or 10 minutes of the 3.5 hour documentary ultimately. Um, yeah, and woo, man, what an interesting workout. Yeah, and it's like I guess I'm mentioning it to anybody who might have any information about this. Like if you know about, like, oh yeah, that's great because this is the benefit. Um, or you might want to try it for yourself, or what evskis. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to my show. Okay, so yeah, I'm all over the place. So I'm giving it a go. I just did it a few minutes ago, and it was easier this time, and I need some variations, but I'm really like whipping my arms and like moving stuff. And yeah, I'm already running a few experiments, and yeah, I'll mention those later maybe. Okay, Pauline, you don't have to say everything that goes through your head, and believe it or not, I don't. Okay, so Paul Rubens, rest in peace, Pee Wee. And yeah, not a spoiler, but I had no idea he was gay because, like, I mostly associated him with being Pee Wee, and Pee Wee, I think, is asexual. Okay, enough on that. Check it out. And it's on Max, I believe. Yeah, so um, let's see. Oh, well, Koop, you tried. I see that I've had this private chat message, and Koop was trying to tell me it was 11:11. And you know what? I don't need to stick by any stinking rules. So let's go ahead and let's look at, I like to call this picture Gondave. Let's look at Gondave and make a wish. Here we go. Okay. So I hope your wishes come true. Da, da, da. I had some more pictures. Oh, so just a reminder, my radio talk show is next week. And no, this is not this is the official banner for News for the Soul. And then Dave doctored it up. And oh, Erica got to see me in my favorite shorts that are in the front. They're almost pornographic. There's so many holes in them because I love them so much. They're so old. Anyway, and me actually suspending my weight on the pole. Yes, I have not. No. In case you're wondering, I have not gone beyond that skill of being able to hold myself on the pole, and I can actually like, woohoo, look, no hands. Yeah, I know, pretty amazing. Yeah. Well, I'll mention my show for next Tuesday, next Monday. Just trying to stop me. Let's go ahead. Okay, well, this is just something. So, when Dave and I first got married, um, sorry, I should have put a little more research into this, but I didn't. So, please don't sue me. Okay, but so a million years ago, Dave and I I guess we were married for maybe like a year. We had started our practice in San Diego, and one of our first patients, led to this like meeting. Like through this person, I ended up meeting Erica, and Art, and a whole bunch of people, and I don't think he'd mind me showing his picture, but basically, Dave and I decided, okay, we're brand new together. A lot of people in our lives maybe don't know the nitty gritty of us, well, meeting in a seminar, falling in love, and divorcing our spouses. And yeah. And so a lot of people in his world maybe didn't know much about me. And a lot of people, Erica helped me solve this mystery. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I see that seems to be the theme today. If you're feeling the same way, yay, we're doing this together. Okay, so Dave and I decided, hey, let's put out a Christmas card and send it to everyone we know or a bunch of people, and it'll be just a picture of he and I, and we'll find a baby, like just a baby, and just with no explanation, basically. And next time, maybe I'll show the card. I was scrambling to find it before, like literally like 21 seconds before the show was starting. And I'm like, okay, calm down. I'll show it next time. But so we contacted some friends and asked, can we please borrow your little boy? So he wasn't a baby, but let's see. He couldn't have been too old because he graduates from high school this Friday. Yeah, so we get to go celebrate him, and he is an exceptional, well, young man. He's a teenager you can hang out with, swear in front of, and you kind of forget he's a teenager. So he's very special. Anyway, so here's the adorable little boy that we put. It was just a picture of me and Dave in front of their beautiful Christmas tree, holding their little boy, and this is part of the photo shoot that day. There's our little boy. Oh, so cute. Anyway, and so little boy is all grown up now. Yeah, and so I don't know why I'm talking about it other than, yeah, go Cam. Okay. Oh, so Erica came to hang out, whenever that was, just a few. Oh, Friday, and we were talking about Cam, and oh, I was telling her like, oh yeah, I'm trying to create some video or something for his graduation, something super goofy. He's going to study to be a film. He's going to be a film student, and so I'm going to make a video, probably asking him for a part in one of his films as a joke. Yeah, but I was telling Eric about the whole Christmas card thing, and the funny thing about the Christmas card thing was, it's like we expected to like hear from everybody. Crickets. Nobody mentioned it. And then Erica solved it for me, I think, on Friday. And by the way, Erica, if you ever watch this, you solved this for Dave as well, because Dave and I were like, it was just kind of a mystery. Like, why is nobody mentioning this? Like maybe except for like super close friends, and they knew it was a joke, but no one else mentioned it. And Erica's like, oh yeah, well, people in your world probably thought it was his, and people in his world thought it was mine. Okay. Spent a long time on this. I promise we're going to get to the magic in a second. But first, I'm just going to do a little sponsor roulette. And here's our sponsor. Today's sponsor, Eat, Drink, and Be Married. Group dating show with a twist of plate. Oh, I do love a good pun. Once again, Eat, Drink, and Be Married. Group dating show with a twist of plate. Okay, well, thanks, sponsor. I appreciate you. And okay, one other thing I wanted to mention, and then we'll have Koop come on, is that not sure what I'm going to ultimately call it, but my Love and Magic mentoring group, my early adopters, these badass ladies. It's so fascinating. The whole thing is unfolding in ways I couldn't have expected. And I might have mentioned last week, my ego might have thought like, oh, I want there to be this many people who signed up immediately. No, and it's just like this not huge group of women, like they came together, they all like told me they wanted a discovery call in a very short order of time. And and I know there are others that are interested, but it's just not working out. And I'm realizing that this is a perfect amount of students to dive in to mentoring and teaching what I do. I start, there's beginning lessons of it in the book, which gives a good foundation. But these women signed up they jumped in the deep end. And I decided to take the leap and just go for it and offer it, even though I don't have like a lesson plan or all the things I think I should have to be a professional coach. Um, yeah, it's unfolding. It's people. These women are learning my stuff in a way I could never have predicted if I didn't just step in or jump in and trust. And it's unfolding so magically. And yeah, not to give it all away, but kind of the way it's working out, like they all have different degrees of like a background in doing energy work. One woman has done well. She's explored her spirituality since childhood, and she's in her 70s, and she's been doing energy work, but she has a regular job and all of that. And she wanted something more. And then there's somebody who read my book a few months ago, and this is all brand new to her. And then others in between. And most of them, I have to say, this is pretty new. And rather than like, okay, everyone pick up your pendulums, let's all get our yeses. And now let's, learn how to do trapped emotions. No, I couldn't have predicted this. Don't feel like crying. See if I can stop myself. Not that I think that's a great idea. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Okay. Koop sent me a private message that is private and I don't need to share it, but it's making me laugh. Okay. Yeah, he's excused himself for a moment. Yeah. So anyway, so kind of roughly what's happening is I always mention, when I'm doing my magic, is it on my master menu? Meaning, is it an entry of some process or something I do? If I'm led to it, that's going to create the energetic opening for whatever we're working on, whatever we're exploring energetically. And my master menu is, well, I mean, it's good. It's extensive, and there's so much spillover because I haven't cleaned it up for a while. So it kind of looks like crazy town. But one of these ladies, like, could you send us a picture of yours? I'm like, okay, why not? And even though they don't know what most of those things mean, because they came through me, like, how would they? Yeah, they are, yeah, whew. Bear with me while I'm having a lot of magic opening up for me on a very regular basis. So if you hang out with me, you know I'm going to be crying in the most lovely of ways. But yeah, it's like they're going where they're led with their pendulums, and then they'll get to something on my master menu. They'll ask, is it on my master menu or Colleen's? Colleen's? Okay. And then they go to that, and they either get some kind of hit on what to do with it, or they just make something up, or they start asking a lot of questions around it. Or they'll send me a message, hey, could you explain this? Like, because I make a video for them every week in addition to us meeting on a Zoom call. which is turning into kind of a regular like hour and 45-minute thing. And then throughout the week, if I need to teach somebody something, maybe one-on-one, we make a video and do a demo, which helps everybody. And it's really it's what mentoring is about, or good mentoring is being immersed, and then just and repetition. And what I do, it's like my concern all these years, like how the fuck am I going to show somebody how to do this? Because it's like every time is a new adventure. It's never the same, but there's a rhythm to it, and these ladies are just blowing my mind, including this, the woman who like it's like something in my book signed her permission slip to learn how to do this for herself, although other people have helped her like release trapped emotions and stuff. And okay, I'm not doing it justice, but it's been super magical. And if any of this appeals to you, I'm doing I'm doing I'm doing discovery calls to see if this might be a fit for you. And at the very least, if we do a discovery call, it might not be the fit for you, but maybe I can kind of give you some ideas, or I would bet you good money that if you do a discovery call, your trajectory will change at least 1%. And you know how, if you just make a little change and stick with it, it changes everything. So, feel free to contact me at energyhealingwithcolleen.com, and we'll see if you'd be a fit for something like I'm talking about, or at least we'll have a lovely phone call. So, okay, more private message from Koop. So I'm gonna play a couple more theme songs because she usually listens. So if you're listening, here you go, Gabby.
Gabri J, Gabri K, Gabrielle is here today. Welcome.
Welcome. God, the dismounts are so amazing. Let's do this one for Pam.
They call her Pam. Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, and let's see if there's any others. I'm going to go ahead and play this one. Here you go, Jamie.
She's a neighbor we love and was sent from above. It's Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
Wow. Jamie is the mother of my dead ex-boyfriend, Rusty, the cat. Yeah. So I'm wondering, do I have any pictures of him?
I've been down for the count, but don't count me out, 'cause I'm back. Boom, boom, I'm back. Welcome.
This is the second time today I've done that, and I guess I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. All right. Well, Coop seems to be back, but let's share one more little something, or maybe two more little somethings I've come across recently. The Beastie Boys, this is what they look like as they're watching you get ready for bed at 9 p.m. after they fought so hard for your rights. And if you don't know what that right is, well, get out from under the rock you're under and know that it was for your right to party. So, yeah, thank you, Beastie Boys. Yeah, how old are the Beastie Boys now? Isn't that wild? Anyway, and one more thing I wanted to share, famous last words. I think this kind of says it all. It was not time that healed you. It was your courage to feel everything you used to run from. Being with yourself and meeting your tension is hard, but it is the only way to release what has been bottled up inside you. Your pain was simply asking for your attention. And this apparently is attributed to young Pueblo, who is new to me. Anyway, and that's what these ladies are doing. Like, we're looking at the stuff that's been trying to get our attention for some of us for, a lifetime. Yeah, so hi, Laura, and she gets it right to party. Yeah. Oh, and Laura, that was another theme song I was going to play. Thank you for reminding me. As you know, as you've seen, I've been a little scattered, a little more scattered. Okay, Laura, here you go.
Laura, it's Laura, and Laura is here. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. Okay, man, would it be like I know I brought this up before, and I have way too many things going on already to do this, but I do like the idea of okay, just to make it super dramatic, redo all of the theme songs. Okay, so I don't know if I would do that, um, but I thought about it. Okay, so you know how I said I was not going to show anything else? I lied. I'm going to show this. Here we go. Care of my brother.
As I took my last breath, and I knew that the world was over and nature was going to take it all back, I knew I had one last thing to do, and it was to drink my last Modelo.
Makes me happy. Anyway, what a cutie. Yeah, he's also the brother that I guess before our youngest brother was born. So my brother JD, he's 3 years younger than me. So he's just a lad of 56. Um, yeah, with his body piercing jewelry empire. Um, but when he was a little guy, yeah, he was probably like 3 and I was like 7, 6 or no, I guess I had been 6. That makes sense. We shared a room, and one night I was afraid of the dark, still am. And he got up to go to the bathroom. So I asked him because we had a glass or a cup in the bathroom. I asked him, "Would you bring me back some water?" You can see where this might be going. Yeah, and so it's all dark. He goes to the bathroom. He comes back, and emphasis, it's dark. I start drinking the water. That water was not clean water. That was my brother's pee. And I remember my response was, I feel like I dared to go through the length of the dark house and grab a piece of American cheese rather than brush my teeth because I hated that so much. Anyway, and then, yeah, the story continues. Oh, and I also said, I'm going to tell. And then just kind of ended up being a story, like just a fun story. And one of his little smart ass comments when he was little was, "You'll forget." And he was usually right. Anyway, and then fast forward, let's see, it was right after ninth grade. We were, no, I'm sorry, it was well before that. We were kids, different trip in the station wagon. That's right. The unair conditioned station wagon. It was white too. It was a Buick. It was really amazing. I won't go on too long about that. Too late. But yeah, we were on a camping trip or a trip of some sort, and all the windows were rolled down. It was summer and there was no AC, as I just advertised. And JD had to go pee. And so my dad is just like, nah. And he gave him a bottle or a container of some sort. And then JD happily peed in it. He's a little boy, he didn't care. And then he hands it back to my dad, who then, on the freeway, going freeway speeds, my dad just pours it out the window. And guess who was sitting right behind dad with a open window? Yeah, and so it went, some of it, gratefully not all of it, but at least a mist of it ended on my face, and I remember a little bit in my mouth. So sadly and humorously, my brother's pee has been in my mouth twice. Gross. Yeah. So, and I've thought about sharing that amazing story with Seth Meyers and his brother on their Family Trips podcast. Anyway, good story, brah. All right, for realsies. Koop, get ready for your close-up. It's time for realsies. Here we go.
catching up with Koop. We're catching up with Koop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Coop.
hey there. Hey,
How are you
everybody.
doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. Awesome. Is it hotter than hell up there yet?
It was pretty bad Friday and Saturday, like 105 kind of thing. But yesterday
Oh
was like 90. Yesterday was 90. It's gonna be about 90 today, so it's totally manageable. So we're doing
105
better.
already?
No, not already. It should be 90 like a high of 90 today.
Okay, I thought you said 105 recently though.
Yeah, it was. It was Friday and Saturday was really hot.
Seems kind of early for that, but
Yeah, it is. Usually it's July.
Sacramento heat. Having lived there for many years, I always describe it how I heard Matthew Broderick in Biloxi Blues describe, I guess, Mississippi heat like Africa hot, like not fucking around hot. Like everyone has AC. I was so baffled when Dave and I moved down to San Diego and we get into our new apartment that we actually hadn't seen which one we were going to live in. And we literally walked around the entire perimeter several times and were baffled because we couldn't locate the air conditioning.
Where's the AC?
It didn't exist. It's like, oh, fuck, down here. Yeah, I haven't had AC since I've lived down here.
My parents, when we first moved to the Bay Area, our house didn't have no houses had AC. You had to like add it in later. Wasn't a thing, you know. So.
Well, I'm glad that I know that I can live without AC. In fact, when I bought my first car by myself at Freeway Ford in Davis, which is Sacramento adjacent, yeah, my car salesman is like, seriously, like I bought a Ford Escort pony. That's right. And I asked as I was buying the car, is there any way to take off the pony part? Because I just found that just like sad. Antique gold. And it's $8,500. And my car salesman is like, you know what? Like if you get a stick shift, it's like $1,000 less. And that would make up, you could have AC and pay the same price. He's like, I'll teach you. Well, every boyfriend I ever had, like wanted to teach me how to drive stick. Anyway, my mind just went somewhere else. Well, I was able to do the other one, but not a stick shift car. So anyway, wow. I have the brain of a 13-year-old boy. But I did end up dating my car salesman after the sale. So just in case you're wondering, it wasn't like I was getting a deal. I brought a really aggressive friend. Oh yeah, Julie. Remember Julie?
Oh yeah, Julie. Yeah, for sure. Good call.
Man. I just sat back while they went at it. And then later, Marcus, my first husband, and I went at it, but that's a whole other story. Wow. The rabbit holes. Anyway, my car. But I'm like, no. And I decided not to get a stick. Well, first of all, I'd have to learn it. But my reasoning at the time was, chances are I'm going to be hung over. So I don't want to have to move my body any more than I have to if I'm driving hungover. So, classy lady, party girl. Yeah. Anyway.
It's very practical.
Yeah. And yeah, I drove that sucker till the end until it died. Like, yeah.
Escorts were good cars. Escorts were good cars. Doss had an Escort for years and years and years.
Yeah, so I know this has been a big commercial for Ford Escorts and Ford Escort ponies. Yeah, the pony. Come on, and I get it. It's like Ford. Oh, like a Mustang. Like, did I ever wrap my brain around that until just now? I might have been today old when I realized like there's a theme at Ford. I probably knew that at some point, like pony. Oh my god. Somebody stop me. So anything on the sun front to report? Are you guys having a?
Oh no, we're having a good time. We hang out every now and then. He comes downstairs and watches TV because I pretty much live down here in the living room anyway. And when he needs a space, he goes upstairs. He went over to some friend's house yesterday and they played there's some game where they like throw a dice up in the air, it has to bounce on the far side of the table, and I don't know, but yeah. So he was outside with some friends yesterday. Came back all sunburned. Yeah, no, he's having a good summer. So am I. It's been nice.
Do you think he's the delinquent that you were? The
No,
ne'er do well? You were. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
not quite, which is okay. But I mean, he's
Yeah.
definitely not a. He's more like me than his mother in that regard, for sure. A little bit more of a scofflaw, kind of like.
Scofflaw. I love that.
I'm not going to do what I need to do all the time. Yeah. So.
Cool. Well, I hope he has tons of fun experiences that his parents wouldn't. That he survives. Has a great time. Maybe it was a dumb decision, but he had a great time in college, and maybe his parents don't want to know. I shared way too many experiences with my mom, and yeah, because we didn't have boundaries. We do now. But yeah, when I told her about doing mushrooms, yeah, she did not care for that. So you can imagine how she felt when I told her, "Oh, I'm having an affair. We're in love with each other. Yeah, we're both married." That didn't go over well yet. Okay, so all right. Why did I have to bring it there? Okay, let's do some magic. Man, I'm just like, part of my brain is obviously just not here. Yeah, I've got a lot going on in my Magic Ladies group.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know where this is going, but it's going somewhere. Whew. No, I'm just keeping stepping forward. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and do some magic for the group. I already smudged, so let's go ahead and do a quick grounding. And just a reminder, this is for anybody watching live or in the future, or. So let's go ahead, close your eyes if you can, if you're playing along. Pick a chakra, any chakra. Okay, I don't usually pick this one, but let's go for it. Let's choose our crown chakras. So Roy G. Biv, that would be violet in color. And so let's expand out our crown chakra energies to the far reaches of the universe. We're also in that crown chakra. We're allowing in the cosmic energy to swirl through our energy field, dipping down into Mother Earth Guide, and creating an interface between heaven and earth through us. I can do this. Okay, so all right. So it's safe and appropriate to do some energy work for the group. Yes. My name is Colleen. Yes. My name is Bob. No. Okay. So first stop is something on my master menu. Yep. This is in column A. Yep. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2. Yes. Okay. There's a regular old trapped negative emotion. Okay. Gosh. Just a plain old trapped emotion. I remember when I first started learning this, and started asking my chiropractic patients, like, can I do something that's weird? Ugh. As one of my clients turned friends told me years later, it's like, oh, Colleen, it's so nice to hear you not apologizing for your work anymore. Anyway, but to some people it is weird. To some people, I know somebody whose daughter is so against her woo, or that she heard her husband did some yoga, or is interested in yoga, and she was like super triggered. Wow. Anyway, can you say a magic person who's scared to death? That's what I hear. Anyway, okay. So we're looking at a trapped negative emotion for the group, for people watching live and in the future. Yes. Okay, this is in column A, in an odd numbered row. No, in row 2, 4, 6, 8, 8. Okay. A trapped energy of superiority. And just keep in mind, when you have trapped emotional energy, well, it's unprocessed, waiting for you to discover it, or it's just going to keep sending you signals that it's there until you know to look at it and take care of it. And excuse me. Whew. I've done a lot of talking already this morning. Whew. Okay, so it could be like you got, well, let's just say a lot of trapped emotions start Not that you can't have a trapped emotion from adulthood and past lives and all that, but a lot of them show up as being in early childhood, even back to the womb, even back to conception or past lives. Yeah, and so the the emotional vibration that you're holding on to, it could have originated in yourself. But chances are, if you were a tiny thing, especially if it's showing up as being trapped since the womb, chances are it didn't originate with you. You picked it up from your surroundings. You picked it up from your mom or your dad. Even if they were putting on a smile on their face, but behind the scenes they hated each other, yeah, we pick up that shit, especially as little kids. Our pets do it too. So if your pets are acting wonky, you might want to check in on what's happening with them and what's happening with you because it's probably something in you. Anyway, I guess my point is there are many ways you can have gotten this trapped emotional energy. In case you're wondering, so this is superiority. So that could be you feeling superior about something, or it could have been your dad had some vibe of superior, whatever, whatever it is, however you got it. That's what's showing up for the group. So if this is for you, do we need to know where we're holding this? Nope. Okay. It's safe and appropriate to now clear this trapped energy of superiority for the group watching live and in the future. Yep. Okay. So we're sending all of that energy, that vibration, that frequency of superiority, wherever you're holding it, we're sending it to the light. Bye. And we're going to go ahead and fill up the spaces once occupied by this energy of superiority with freedom, forgiveness. Oh, what's the word? I couldn't think of this the other day as well. Well, whatever the opposite that's not coming into my head, the opposite of superiority, like not being humble, there's another word. Anyway, um, yeah. And if you know what that word is, feel free to type it in, but it doesn't matter. So we're filling ourselves up with forgiveness, light, peace, calm, serenity. And I like to top it off with a dollop of love. Okay, so have we successfully cleared this trapped energy of superiority for whoever needed it, watching live or in the future? Yes. Okay, so, and let me just check something real quick. Okay, I got a message from Gabby saying, I am here today. So, yay, I played your theme song. Thanks for being here. So, let's see. So, is there something else to do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. This is in column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. This is in row 1. No. Row 3. Okay. The ever popular shared chakra, which means in my world, that means that I was literally changing my clothes about 4 minutes before the show, so I didn't turn off my phone. I'm really sorry. Okay. So, shared chakra is an entanglement. So that could be with another person, that can be with a place, a time, all kinds of things. Usually it shows up between people. So, this is a shared chakra for us today. Yes. Okay. This is a shared first chakra. Nope. Second chakra. Yes. Okay. Second chakra, orange. Um, that chakra is about creativity. Some say emotions, I believe, or power. I think it represents all kinds of things. But it's sexual stuff, sex organs. Yeah. So this shared chakra, whoever we have it with, whoever or whatever we have it with, that's entangled with our second chakra, it's safe and appropriate to separate our energies so everyone has their own back. Yes. Is it safe and appropriate from the light? Yes. Anything else we need to know? Nope. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. So, did we successfully separate everyone's second chakras? Yes. And I mentioned the octopus show, and that was the visual that came up. It's kind of like everyone took their octopus back. So like all the tentacles and all the like entanglements, and it's like everyone just took their octopus back. I might just use that to teach with in the future. It's a nice visual. But really, what really matters is, did we successfully disentangle this? Yes. Okay, cool. Is there something else to do for the group today? Yep. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. This is in column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. Yes. In row 3. No. Okay, so that leads me to my dimensions chart. Okay, so there's a particular dimension for us to check into for the group today. Yep, this is in column A. Yeah, column B, C, D. Okay, column A in an odd numbered row. Yeah, in row 1, 3, 3, 5. Very small. Ambition dimension. Okay, let me make a note. Okay. So our souls are the only souls that inhabit our ambition dimension. Yes. Okay. Um, is there something we need to clean up energetically regarding our ambition dimensions? Yes. Okay. So for whoever this is something on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2. Yes. Okay. That leads me to another trapped negative emotion. This trapped negative emotions in column A, column B, yes. In an odd numbered row, yes. In row 1, 3, 5. Okay, energy of threatened. Okay. Is there anything else we need to understand about this trapped energy of threatened for the group regarding our ambition dimension? Nope. It's safe and appropriate to go ahead and clean this up. Yes. Are we ready? We are. Okay, so for whoever this energy belongs to, or whoever has trapped energy of threatened in their ambition dimension, watching live or in the future, this is for you. So we're sending all of this energy, this vibration, this frequency of threatened, wherever we're holding it, we're sending all of that to the light. And we're filling ourselves up with the space in the space once occupied by this threatened energy. We're filling ourselves up with safety, security, and stability, relief, freedom, peace, calm, and serenity, and lots and lots and lots of light. Yeah, when things lurk in the dark, what you need to do is bring light to it, is ultimately what I'm always working to do. Anyway, so have we successfully cleared this trapped energy of threatened in our ambition dimension? Yep. Okay, is there more cleanup for us to do in this dimension or this dimension? Nope. Okay. So is there something else to do for the group in our last few minutes? Yep. Okay, this is on my master menu. This is in column A. Column B. Is it Ho'oponopono? Okay, it's Ho'oponopono. So how about, is 4 rounds sufficient? Yep. If you're not familiar with Ho'oponopono, my understanding is by me doing it on behalf of the group, I am saying this to whatever is in me that is part of whatever you're experiencing. So you can say it along if you'd like. You can say it in your head or just relax and receive. Here we go. I can feel myself getting emotional. Here we go. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I think I said in a different order. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, was that sufficient Ho'oponopono for the group? Yep. Okay. So, all right. So we are complete with the ambition dimension. Yeah. Okay. So there's something else to do for the group. Yeah. This is on my master menu. Yeah. This is in column A. No. In column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2, 4, 6, 6. Oh, okay. So this category is what I call mystery work. And what that's meant to me over the years is it just doesn't fit in any neat and tidy little categories that I have on my master menu. Um, yeah, so basically I go in, do what I do, and I'll report back if there's anything else coherent to report. So here we go. So, well, let me make sure. So this is safe and appropriate to do for the group? Yes. Do I need any information going in? Nope. Are we ready? We are. Okay. You just receive. Here we go. Okay. Well, what that where that went immediately was so I have a visual. Oops. I have a visual that I use for one of the entries on my master menu is technology, and sometimes some resonance of technology will show up as it usually shows up as like blocking whatever information we're trying to get to. Like negative portals can do that too. Anyway, it's just one of the things that has come up as a de-sticker when I get stuck. So, and so I have this whole chart of different words that have resonated over the years as technology to be cleared. Um, and what I told my students the other day, because they asked, "What does that mean?" And like, well, this is my take on technology. I always look for the word that resonates, but ultimately, my visual always starts the same. It's like the idea. I may have even said this last week, but who cares? Repetition. Yeah. So I picture like a ghost town, like in Arizona or something. Like I remember, like what I would see on like maybe the Brady Bunch went to a ghost town or whatever. So it's like there's buildings, there's the old saloon, and everything's kind of rickety and it's really old and no one's there. And what it represents to me is I see this like ghost town of like all these structures that look kind of daunting, but really technology, when it shows up as technology, it's just creating a facade to look like ooh maybe insurmountable or look like kind of scary, but really all you have to do is blow on it real hard and it's just dust. Just it was just it's a facade. And so that being said, it was like I however it happened in my visual, it was like I was going to each person who's watching live or in the future and just blowing the shit out of that ghost town and then watching kind of the impression. The visual was kind of like, oh, now grass can grow and now your dreams can come true is ultimately kind of the visual, like creating a different yeah, just getting some shit out of the way, and a lot of our stuff might seem so daunting, but if you have stuff that's in your face and it's a pattern and it's just like making your life not so good, I'm going to tell you something. You can look into it and more than likely change it, at least in some way, or you can change your perception of it, or you can clean up the energy behind it, or yeah. So just consider when things are in your face, it's not because well that's just how life is. Well, it is how life is, but we are so much more powerful than we are led to believe, and that is why I'm doing this. So anyway, gosh, Colleen, how do you really feel like this? So anyway, so did we successfully do this mystery work? Yeah. So I share all of that with you just in case you're doing your own energy work, or it just helps you, or maybe you'll use that visual. If something feels okay, why not play? I'm always playing with ideas and experimenting. If something is really daunting in your life, maybe sit down and get into the feeling of like, ooh, I don't like this, but then maybe visualize just a giant like one of those they really clean up the cement, like power blower, water, whatever, and blast the shit out of whatever is standing in your way. You might just want to play with that. And then maybe just sit quietly and see what comes up for you as maybe a new dream or a new inspiration or something. I'm just going to say it again. We're all so much more powerful than we're led to believe. And I think what makes me special, yeah, I have special magic, but we all do. And I believe we all have our gifts. I've just decided to open mine. And so you can too, if you choose to. It's not everybody's path, but boy, does it make life so much more fun, so much less scary. And man, I get to be super optimistic. Yeah. And this is not how I have felt my whole life. I became my own superhero, and that's what I'm teaching my ladies to do. Anyway, so thank you for being here. Thanks for listening. If I could be of any assistance to you, please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on my website, energyhealingwithcolleen.com. I'll talk about my radio gig in case you want to check it out live next week. And any closing words of brilliance? No pressure.
Be grateful.
I think that's brilliant. So thank you for sharing that. Anyway, thank you, Koop. I love you. Thank you for showing up. I love you guys too. Whether I know you or we haven't met, maybe we'll never meet, but I really appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I hope to see you next week. Bye.
Everybody, thanks for being here.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Koop.